Alright, it is time for another Fight for Your Life Lands run. So this time we're going to be playing Krieg, and we're playing on Nightmare difficulty. And I've been playing a 4-man Fight for Your Life Lands co-op every once in a while off recording, just kind of with friends on just Twitch, basically. And one of my friends has been playing Krieg, and he's been having a little bit of trouble. So I'm gonna inadvertently get Krieg nerfed before we're done with our co-op on accident, and then he's gonna have an even worse time. So, my bad, but we'll see how that goes. And I do want to go ahead and look at the skill trees, because that's how I always start these runs. And there is a lot of stuff going on here. Krieg has some interesting reads if you look at them all. So yeah, let's get started with that. So, for the action skill, Buzz Axe. Whenever you're in Buzz X, you inflict massively increased damage, you fully restore health on melee kills, normal stuff pretty much, restore 1.25% of health per second, and receive 3 times less damage. That's really nice, because that means that we will constantly have our heal, so that we can keep hiding away from areas for a little bit and get our health back anyway. And then, as Krieg, we take 33% less damage from any source, which is super good. We resist 50% of slag duration, which is kind of nice, but we'll see how useful that is. We resist 20% of explosive damage, which Torgue weapons are an absolute pest in even vanilla, so that's just nice. We have extra melee range, which is going to feel probably pretty darn good. We have knockback resistance. We keep kill skills active while in Fight for Your Life, and we jump higher overall. We do jump pretty high. And then we also do get movement speed, and our action skill only really recharges when we're taking damage. It takes a very long time for Krieg's action skill to cool down in this mod. But yeah, we can see here our jump height is essentially double of what a normal character's is, if not a little bit higher. So that should hopefully feel pretty good there. We'll have to see if we can do most of the skips that you can do on other characters just by jumping over them, because I don't know if we really can. And then we're going to go ahead and get into skill trees. So, to start off Bloodlust skill tree, we have Blood-Filled Guns and Blood Twitch mixed into a single passive skill that provides mag size and weapon swap speed per stack, and also provides max Bloodlust stacks up to 125 instead of 100, which is pretty cool. We get Nervous Blood, which is a passive that increases reload speed per stack as well. We get Taste of Blood, which while Buzz Axe is active, your health regen rate and action skill cooldown rate are increased based on the amount of Bloodlust stacks you have. And killing an enemy during Buzz Axe Rampage adds extra stacks. At level 1, it's 10% for health regen and action skill recharge. And then it's an extra 10 stacks per kill, so that probably goes up to 50s all over, which is pretty cool. We have Boiling Blood, which increases the amount of time that our Bloodlust stacks stay for a pretty long amount of time, and also provides us passive lifesteal on any damage that we deal, so that's super good. We have Blood Trance, which gives us extra Buzz Axe duration, and also gives us damage resistance, based on Bloodlust stacks probably. And then we have Bloody Revival, which while in Fight for Your Life increases our gun damage. We have Bloodbath, which basically does Bloodbath. We have Blood Twitch, which now is a kill skill that provides extra projectiles and extra Roid damage, and also increases ammo regen from sources. Oh, it just regens ammo. Okay, cool, so sure. Feel the Blood is feel the blood, pretty much. Yes, that seems about right, okay. We have Sense of Death, which is a passive skill, but it has a kill skills icon, so I don't know. Taking damage from enemies will increase your health regen. You'll start to inflict more melee damage and receive damage resistance. Increases Hell Breath cooldown rate and gain resistance to slag effects. Hell Breath is all the way over here somewhere, so we'll have to get there when we get there. But it provides that, the melee damage, DR, health regen, and slag res, and it can only be triggered once every 30 seconds, so interesting. We have Pull the Pin. Each time you fall into Fight for Your Life, you spawn a grenade and start to deal more explosive damage and receive increased kill skill duration for 12 seconds. You gain longer kill skill duration and inflict more explosive and grenade. Okay, so it just repeats itself. And then it provides that passive buff, the kill skill duration, and then the extra duration for each stack based on the kill skills. Okay, interesting. And then Bloodsplosion, which is a passive skill for each stack of Bloodlust, increases your weapon damage and reload speed. Killed enemies will explode with an elemental nova, that's normal. Nova damage is increased based on the amount of stacks of Bloodlust, that's normal. Any overkill damage is also added, that's normal. So it increases our weapon damage per stack, which looks like that could go pretty high. Our reload per stack, which looks like that could go pretty high. And then the Nova damage looks pretty much vanilla there with that 5% per Bloodlust stack, but it can go up to 125, so even more there, so that's interesting. Alright, for our middle tree, we have Empty the Rage, which increases max health and melee damage, that's pretty nice. Your melee damage is further increased while shield is down or your magazine is empty, so that's also super nice. We have Embrace the Pain, which provides fire rate, action skill cooldown rate, and shield recharge delay. So interesting, very cool. We have Fuel the Rampage. Activating Buzzax Rampage will make you less sensitive to damage, and you'll start to regen your health for some time. When you take damage, you'll recharge Buzzax at a faster rate. So just a little bit of DR, some health, and some cooldown. We have Feed the Meat, which gives a bunch of extra max health. It provides shield recharge delay, and it also gives damage resistance. So I had to reread Light the Fuse here, but basically it is essentially Light the Fuse. It gives you an extra 75% Fight for Your Life duration as well. And then if you get the Suicide Kill, which is where you press X to give up, or whatever button it is based on whatever you're playing on, you will gain Silence the Pain, which provides immunity to all damage for 2 seconds, up to 2 seconds, based on Fight for Your Life duration left. So you could get a Light the Fuse bundle kill, and then you get DR, or invulnerability there for a little bit, so that could be cool. Redeem the Soul. While you're in Fight for Life, you get melee, roid, and nade damage, and increased movement speed. So that probably pairs with Light the Fuse. And then you could also pair that with Pull the Pin over here, which would be a really bad playstyle probably, because that's really risky to just spam Fight for Your Life like that, but maybe it has its use. We have Thrill of the Kill, which provides health on kills, which is normal. It provides passive health regen. It provides a buff to passive health regen. Okay. And it reduces lifesteal's effectiveness. I like that that text is super small so that you actually can't see that as well. We have Silence the Voices, which increases your total melee damage, but reduces your total weapon damage. And the melee damage bonus is affected by your level. And the total damage is damage bonuses after all damage calculations. So this is added as a last thing on top of that. We have Strip the Flesh, which makes you receive less damage from explosions and inflict more explosive damage, and explosive damage bonuses increased even further in Fight for Your Life. We have Salt the Wound, which seems to do Salt the Wound stuff, but can also go up to 80 stacks? That's a lot of stacks. Okay. We have Explosive Buzzax, so Buzzax Bombardier is over here. It provides the 75% explosive damage, probably on thrown Buzzax, and then Buzzax explosions count as explosive grenade and melee, so that's pretty normal. And then Buzzax and melee attacks inflict 25% more crit, and also provides lifesteal. That could be cool. We have Release the Beast over here, which seems to be triggered the same way that it does in vanilla. You deal increased melee damage, receive significant damage reduction, and gain increased status effect duration. Oh, decreased status effect duration. Okay, good. And it provides basic melee damage, max health, and additional damage resistance, and then status effect duration minus 65%. Okay, cool. Okay, Burn Baby Burn. Burn damage is increased and you receive less fire damage. Effects further increase while you're on fire. Okay, so that's relatively normal. Fuel the Fire is a kill skill that increases elemental effect chance, fire status damage bonus, and self-ignite chance, and fire impact damage bonus 50% of the other bonuses. Okay. And then Pain is Power, increases gun damage for all types of weapons except for sniper rifles, and decreases crit damage with all weapons, and increases melee damage. Okay. Further buffed on fire, of course. Flame Flare increases the duration of all burn effects applied to you, and each time you apply a burn effect to an enemy, there's a chance another burn effect will be applied after a short time. So that's pretty cool. Delusional damage, all elemental status effects you inflict have a chance to light yourself on fire. Also, you increase your chance to inflict any status effect and ignite yourself based on an amount of Bloodlust stacks. Okay, so that also goes over to left tree as well. Additional chance to ignite yourself per stack, 0.6%. And then additional chance to inflict any status effect per stack is 0.3%. Ignite chances are determined by these other skills over here. And then we have Fire Fiend. Melee attacks have a chance to deal additional fire damage to enemies and ignite them. Weapon accuracy and reload speed are increased while you're on fire. And then Elemental Elation seems to do Elemental Elation stuff. We've got Numbed Nerves, which makes you receive 1.5 times less damage, increases health regen, and provides extra fire damage while you are on fire. So that's pretty nice. Elemental Empathy over here acts like Elemental Empathy, but it's on a 0.3 second cooldown. So it can only tick every 0.3 seconds, which is still really good. We have Hell Breath over here, which is Hellfire Halitosis. Use a melee attack to ignite yourself and restore 33% of max health. While active, you inflict more fire damage and fire effect damage on enemies. You take reduced damage while the skill is active. Lasts for 7.5 seconds, cooldown of 45 seconds. You take 4 times less damage. Become immune against fire damage. So fire damage is a non-issue. You can just light yourself on fire and you'll have the effect of it without taking any damage at all. Increases fire damage by 200%. Increase burn duration on enemies by 175%. Increases Fire Fiend melee ignite chance by 40%. Okay. And then Raving Retribution. While you're on fire, enemies which are too close to you will receive more damage from fire sources, and while on fire, taking damage from enemies will spawn homing balls of fire. Can be triggered 3 times per second. When active, you gain massive resistance to fire, increased fire nova damage, and damage over time for incendiary grenades. And while you're on fire, enemies receive 33% more fire damage, 75% more nova damage, 75% grenade damage boosts, and you receive 6 times less damage, fire damage specifically. Okay, so there's a lot. There's a lot of stuff, basically. So let me think about this for a second, consider what I really want to run early on. It'll probably be a melee spec or a gun spec. Not really too sure, we'll probably try melee first. But my goodness, so much stuff to keep track of. Okay. He's so fast. And the jump height is going to be interesting to get used to for sure. Get a little bit of XP from DigiPeak real quick. Never hurts to be overleveled, especially in this mod.
No, don't do it.
Oh, he runs so fast. This is almost double normal movement speed while in Buzz Axe. And he does suffer the problem where if you stop sprinting during the Buzz Axe, it does reduce the actual speed. But that's a vanilla issue, so nothing against them for that. Level 8 off of that boy. Level 12. We could probably move forward now. Oh, the joys of being overleveled. I can actually just one-shot these guys for the most part. That's really nice. Melee time. He swings so fast. This is great. Wait a minute. This is sick. Wait a minute. This is kind of fun. You move fast, you jump high, you swing really quick. I could get behind this. Okay. Our first shield is a Roid shield. Okay, so in 5 Fear Lifelands, Roid shields also provide passive health regen. So this, paired with the fact that Buzz Axe gives us health regen, should feel pretty nice. I do know that getting Release the Beast to proc might be a little difficult in this mod, because you'll constantly be healing your health back. You won't have the health gate to guarantee that you can just get slapped once and then pop it or anything like that. So there will be a lot more finesse involved with it. So hopefully Release the Beast is worth that finesse, because it could be a little tedious. Also, I haven't regened my Buzz Axe since the first time we popped it, and we've been walking around for a little bit here, which kind of shows that, yeah, you have like no cooldown outside of just being shot at, which could feel really, really bad. Was that 1k? I think I just saw 1k melee because of our Roid shield. I could be wrong.
Here comes the bad time. I looked into the heart. I'm back. Beautiful misery.
Oh, you have to be so quick around gun mobs. Okay, yeah, you really have to be about it if you're gonna be about it with the melee build. Got it. The non-element E-Tech. Since it spawned too early to have an element. Nice. Okay. This is pretty good. Alright, not the best start, but we can just kind of do this. Yeah. Shout out to this E-Tech.
What would happen?
I'm enjoying this so far, but I know that I haven't really played the character properly, because this is just early game BL2 realistically. You just get a couple crutches, throw skyrockets at people, maybe use your ability a little bit, but you really don't really need it that much. And I have noticed that the cooldown does feel pretty bad, so we'll see how it develops. Maybe, possibly. There we go. Okay. Another equipment slot. We might farm a class mod real quick. Maybe just get like a sickle, if there is one. Probably run that. Okay, so we could get Empty the Rage with a little bit of health regen, or we could get a flat damage buff. So I think we'll go with the Empty the Rage with a little bit of health regen. And that's probably better overall for our build right now.
No, don't do it! Get styled upon!
This is still one of the nice things about this mod. The fact that you only need 3 vehicle parts for some reason. That's like the one generosity the mod dead gives you. It's so nice. Krieg time. Where? Oh, he was up there. I jumped down on accident. Alright, bad maw, please. He is very hateful. But we're good. What if unique item in the vendor? It's not a unique item, but that's an STV comm. Also, how is this scaling, by the way? I'm just curious. It scales with your level? Kind of, almost? Okay. So that might be a useful comm here in a little bit. Alright. We're gonna figure out if Krieg can do any skips in this map since he is so heavy, but has that increased jump height. So let's just clear out some ads real quick, and then we'll have a look. Brother.
I'm never sorry. I told you what would happen.
Oh, I thought I would have had a grenade. Did not have a grenade. I'm really liking this playstyle though.
Keep the blood pouring. Such beautiful misery.
Oh. There we go. Alright, so can we do the traditional jump? Probably not. He's a little heavy. Yeah, I don't think we take any knockback from grenades at all, actually. We don't take any knockback. Okay, so just a little bit of jumping. Maybe this way? Okay. So a little bit of this, and we might not get to do a full map skip like every other character, but at least we can get most of it done. Yeah, probably. Oh, this is gonna suck. With the extra jump height. There we go. Be sneaky about that. This is nice. Okay. Parkour. There we go. Little hop. Another hop. Alright, can we melee Krieg this? He's so big. Well, we almost killed him. And there we go. This feels really good. I know we're over-leveled, but this feels really, really good. Alright, and turn in quest, and we're probably done for the day. I have talked about a lot with this character already. We've already seen a lot of antics that we can get up to with the melee and stuff. As of right now, I do wish there was a better way to get our cooldown back other than just having to eat a ton of damage to get it back. But it's kind of not too much of an issue for the most part. We are putting points into Feed the Meat right now, which is providing us a lot of extra health to work with. So we'll probably be able to be pretty thick about it. And that'll be super nice. STV, when we can get it at level 21, is probably going to be super nutty feeling, especially in normal mode. And we can run it with a Scream Sickle. That's going to feel really good. So that'll do it for today with this character, day 1.